following audio transmission was received from an unknown radio source within the northeastern region of the continental United States. The radio signal has been deciphered from a secret broadcasting facility and is now being transmitted to your listening device. This is the Nostalgia Cafes.
And welcome back to the greatest memories of your childhood, the Nostalgia Cafe. We're so glad you found us. I am Dan Morrow.
I am Forever 21, Sam Seitels.
See what you did there.
See what you did there.
And of course, with us as always, the beautiful Karen Lynn.
Hello.
And we are your guides to take you on a journey. You'd think I'd memorize this stuff by now for as much as I memorize things.
Right?
I'm looking at his notepad.
It's a brown bag.
It's a brown
bag.
bag.
His lunch today, folks.
Okay, be sure to like, subscribe. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and of course YouTube. Okay, what do we have tonight, people?
The mall. Whoa!
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from.
I don't know.
But I'm
We're going to be
excited.
mall rats tonight.
When the mall was the mall. We had a generation when MTV was MTV.
There was music.
When McDonald's actually had McDonald Land. Have your toast.
Cheers.
And the mall was the mall. First, I don't know if you're familiar with him. Ned Beatty. Do you know Ned Beatty? The actor?
No, not familiar.
Great actor.
Passed away.
We lost him.
Oh, what was he from?
Well, I know him from a bunch of films. One of my favorite he was Otis in Superman. The original Superman. He was Lex Luthor's idiot sidekick, Otis. And he just was perfect in it. He was awesome. He was also Clive Torkel in one of my favorite films, Stroker Ace.
I'm not going there.
Did you ever see Stroker Ace?
No. That's a good one.
Why do I bother? Why do I bother?
Sorry, no, but I do
Stroker
remember
Ace,
that movie.
Burt Reynolds, Lonnie
Yeah.
Anderson. He
Yes.
is the ultimate race car driver. He either crashes or wins. And he was sponsored by a greedy guy who would just give him a hard time and had him humiliate himself due to the contracts. Ned Beatty played Clive Torkel, the owner of a chicken place.
Yeah. Oh,
Torkel Chicken.
I can't remember.
I'll have to look
very
it.
long time
I'll have to
ago.
look it up. We need someone that can actually look up things.
I know. If only we could find someone.
I know.
Oh
I
my
know.
gosh.
Karen's above that now.
I am.
So-
It's above my pay grade.
he knew he had to have Stroker Ace. He had to sponsor him, but Stroker Ace didn't want to curtail to the corporate world, but he would ridicule him. He'd make Stroker have to do commercials dressed as a chicken, and do a whole bunch of. But it was a great movie. Hal Needham, I believe, directed it. He was
Hal
also
Needham did direct it.
he was a former stuntman. His first foray into films was Smokey and the Bandit, and that was his first directorial debut. And Stroker Ace was also one of those things. Hal and Burt actually wound up owning a stock car.
Just says fried chicken mogul. It doesn't say.
Really?
Just says fried chicken mogul.
Are you on IMDb?
I am. See?
Fascinating.
Let me see this one. Did you go on Cast? Clyde Torkel. Okay.
Yeah. You knew his name.
Yeah.
You wanted the name of the chicken place.
Oh.
See? He doesn't even remember what he asked
Well,
me
you
for.
could. I don't think just a glance was an adequate search.
And I don't have my glasses on.
Okay.
That's
okay.
Is it because of my smell? Is my smell throwing you guys off right now?
Not at all. Not at all.
Because I mean,
Your smell.
And of course,
You
Ned
did
Beatty.
bike here.
I biked here. I haven't showered in quite
my
some
God.
time.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we're going right from Ned Beatty to this. Also,
Rest in peace, dude.
Ned Beatty, also perhaps the most disturbing scene ever filmed on camera. The rape scene from Deliverance.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh,
That's awful.
he's part of that?
Yeah.
He was the one that was raped.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know.
Now you know.
Now I know.
Okay. Oh, he was what? Yeah.
Rest in peace.
I didn't get to see Stroker Ace, but I saw that one.
Yeah.
Who hasn't seen? Oh, that was a rough one.
Yeah. In fact, he did not.
We're segueing,
when they were making
from Stroker Ace to
when they
Sam
were
in the shower.
when they were making that film, it was Ned who said, if I do this film, I'm going to forever be remembered as the guy that got raped.
He knew it.
And Bert's like, well, do it, don't do it. He said, no, I'll do it. And Burt Reynolds in his book Enough About Me, which is a really good book, and I highly recommend it. He says it was just a ballsy move on Ned Beatty's part to do it, and he just gave such a great performance. But he's just a great all-around actor, and we're going to miss him. I love Ned Beatty.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some movies, some crazy stuff, but that scene in particular, I don't know anyone who's seen that and not felt super uncomfortable watching it. Oh, the look at them when they're playing the banjo, like, what were they, on a porch or something like that? And woo, it doesn't matter if you warn someone about that part. No. When you watch that part.
Yeah, just that seedy hillbilly, Speaking of seedy hillbilly smells, Sam. Apparently you didn't get a shower.
No, I haven't.
He tried.
What happened?
I'm usually
I saw a post on the internet that was just.
So I was, those glass sliding doors on a shower?
Yes.
Well, my kids like to kick those. That's not what happened. But it got it off the track, right?
Oh.
And so, this is like 5 minutes before the first day of camp. I'm just like, all right, everything's perfect. The pool chemicals are on point. Everyone's happy. And then I'm trying to move this door. It's not working, so I decided to hulk up. I decided to
Did you rip it off?
I just gave it a little bit of muscle, and it was a shower.
And a little bit of muscle to a glass door do not.
Why didn't anyone tell me that? Why didn't nobody?
I really don't like glass doors.
And it's all tempered glass, so it just shattered, turned to sand.
It did. It was like, I mean, my feet were in 3 inches of glass, little cuts everywhere, and this was like I said, like right 2 minutes before camp opened.
Right.
Yeah.
Lisa!
Yeah. Good morning, campers!
And I'm sure the explosion had to have sounded.
It was fascinating. I mean, it was like in slow motion where I'm just seeing like rain. It looked like rain.
Well, that's why it is tempered glass. It cut you though? Because
all over.
It usually doesn't go in like shards.
No, but it's
because it's.
If he had nowhere else to go and he couldn't avoid walking, he had to be John McClane from Die Hard. And
I was, except I did not. I got a little cut on my head, all over my hands and all over my feet.
I see a Band-Aid.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Just a bunch of little. It was more scary, if anything.
Yeah.
But I'm okay. I kept calm. The kids are around.
Yeah.
Lisa, when something happens, she freaks out.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be anything. She freaks out. I keep telling her like.
Yeah, because they feed off of that.
They sure do.
Because you know if a kid falls or whatever, you're like, all right, buddy, come on, get back up. If you go,
oh, poor baby.
I do tend to do that sometimes.
Do you?
Yes, I do. But I have done well under pressure. I haven't had too many incidents with my kids, thank goodness. But I have had a few where it's just been me, and I don't know how I do it, but scoop them up, drive them in the car.
Right. You surprise yourself, right?
Yeah.
At the times where you need to be the most calm, you end up handling business. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm okay. I made it here. That's all that matters. You could have
cut a lot worse.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No, totally.
Ouchie.
Yeah, just a little blood. No problem.
That's
no
all right.
problem.
That's all right.
Yeah. So that's that story.
Ouch.
Yeah.
A few other housekeeping procedures. The 80s Extravaganza coming up. That will be July 31st.
Correct.
I will be there. We will all be there starting at 8 p.m.
Yes.
And then ending at 2 the following morning.
Yeah. Are we hanging that whole time?
I don't know.
I'm going to need a nap.
I'm down to chill the whole time. Yeah. I'll stay to the bitter end.
I'm going to need a nap.
See, that's the thing. It actually starts when I go to bed. Yeah. So we have to... We're going to have to take a nap.
That's not
we have a dance party to host.
We have a dance party to host. There's roller skating, a live DJ, an Uno tournament, a Rubik's Cube scavenger hunt, the 80s dance-off that I cannot wait to judge. It may have to be you and me because I think she's going to be wanting to bust a move.
I know. She's going to have to hold back just for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe after we decide the winners.
I was just going to say, yeah.
Then we'll show them what's up.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's going to be at the Showboat in Atlantic City. And you can go to 80saceventbrite.com. We'll put the link there as well.
And get your tickets.
Have you guys been to the mall lately?
You know what?
I'm trying.
There's nothing. This is probably one of the saddest things about how great life was back in the day, because now the mall only sells clothes. It's just clothes, sneakers, and that's it. The mall used to be the go-to place. My mom would work on Friday, come home Friday nights. We'd either have one or two things. Okay, she'd either have a pizza, and we'd stay home and have our pizza.
Friday night pizza.
Or we were going to the mall that night. And this was an outing.
Yes.
I remember taking a shower. And
you got all dressed up.
You got all dressed up to go to the mall. You didn't know who you would see.
You didn't know who you were going to see.
Who you would meet.
Could be
what
a crush.
you would do. It was just a big event, just going to the mall. And at the time, the malls actually had events. There were shows and concerts. The mall was just a magical place.
Magical.
And this is even before they put the food court in there.
Oh.
When they put what's a food court?
That chicken.
Well, I actually
Cinnabon.
wound up making a top 5.
A top 5 food court?
No, just a top 5 mall.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Experience.
I
actually wound up doing a top 5 mall thing of the memories I have that stand out the most. That involved stores or just involved events. KB Toy and Hobby.
Ah, yes.
Oh, Dan probably spent hours in
KB
there.
Toys.
KB Toys.
Oh, I remember when they went out of business.
My mom could just go somewhere and I'll say, I'm going to be one of 2 places. If I wasn't at KB, I was at Spencer's.
Oh, yeah. Were you looking at the perverted?
From the way back?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, back then, I don't think they had so much perverted stuff. They had a lot of drug paraphernalia. I remember it was just the one store there was that one section in ultraviolet light.
With the posters.
And they had these felt posters.
Yes.
And everything was in ultraviolet. And it was just such an awesome experience for
When I was a teenager, the centerpiece in my room that was decked out with Spencer stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, decked out. My centerpiece was one of those posters of The Crow. You guys ever see The Crow?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Brandon Lee. Glowing in the black light. It was crazy. Yeah. Spencer's Gifts.
They had great stuff. That's where you would get your lava lamps. That's where you would get. I remember everyone would touch the globe.
The globe
Yeah.
with the
Yes.
what are those things called again?
I don't know, just
My poor friend Eric.
electrodes and stuff.
Yeah.
My best friend in the world, he had one, and me being the pain in the butt I am, I was just like, yo, this is cool in the globe.
You wanted
But
to see
if
what
we
it was in the inside.
break the globe.
You
Can
were one of
imagine?
those.
I was totally one of those. I
And
still
you
am.
broke the poor kid's globe.
We broke it, and I was ready for little light beams all over the room.
No.
But there's nothing.
Yeah.
Says the man that wanted to learn karate to get an aura.
Oh, you're talking about the glow. We're going back to that, huh? Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
No, KB Toys was just amazing. How did they fit all this in a store in the mall? Because I remember aisles.
Yeah.
And aisles, they had models, and I would love building models, so they always had models. This was, when I was really going and enjoying it, it was about 1985, 86. Return of the Jedi was coming out. A lot of Star Wars stuff. I remember getting guns, cap guns, that looked real.
Yeah. Didn't have that little orange tip at the end.
These
back
weren't
then.
even black.
Yeah.
These
No,
were
they were
stainless steel
Yeah.
cap guns.
Yeah.
I had a Magnum, and I had a revolver, a Colt. And they felt like a real gun. They looked like a real gun. The only difference is you couldn't put bullets in there. They spun, the barrel spun,
Yeah.
but the tips were just casted off. And they
Pretty
were
sure some people really got shot.
these were
because of
cap
those
guns.
things.
Oh, probably.
Most of the shootings are
Yeah.
accidental. People think they're holding a gun,
Right.
but these things, they were so cool. This was a different time. I remember bringing them to school.
Yeah, you
to
could. Oh my
show
gosh.
my friends, and for Halloween, me and the great bodybuilder of all time, Mr. person himself, Johnny O. Jackson.
Person himself.
Because I don't
He
know.
couldn't think.
I don't know if he was an actual
Mr.
Mr. Olympia.
Human
I don't know.
person,
He's just an
gentleman.
amazing
Mr. Friend of mine.
bodybuilder, Johnny O. Jackson. We dressed as gangsters, and we took those guns with us as part of our costumes for school.
That's a very big no-no now.
Oh yeah.
My gosh.
You're not even allowed to bring like a prop with you
You
now.
can't say gun.
You can't
You
do
can't-
the gun with
you
your
can't with
fingers.
your-
No. I had them.
Dan and I do that to each other now.
What, little shooting?
Oh yeah, she'll
We do
piss me
that.
off, and I'll be.
You shoot her with. All right.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
do that to each other.
So romantic,
It
guys.
is, isn't
it?
So romantic.
Yeah. KB Toys. What-
Yeah. Well, KB Toys was the first toy store I went to. And I'll never forget, because it was the first time I ever heard of a store going out of business, because I love that store. I literally remember my parents telling me, like, yeah, there's this other store, Toys R Us, it's taking over. And I was just like, but this store's so great. Why would they just leave us? Like, I didn't get it, you
Right.
know?
Right.
Right.
Yeah, that was a special store. Did you also, when you guys were kids, did you ever... I don't think they have it anymore. It's still there, but the Children's Palace,
The Children's Place.
Children's Place. Did you guys ever go through that hole
Yes.
in
It
the
was a-
wall?
Yes. Well,
We just
I
recently
didn't.
looked it
My
up.
kids did.
Because I was trying to remember what the store was.
I
Yes.
actually texted my oldest and I was like, do you remember that store that had the whole, and then they had a slide in the
They
back?
had a huge television.
Yes, in the back, and like
Yes.
a little sit down,
Yes.
story
Big
time
television
area.
that you could walk
she didn't
in.
remember, but I remembered.
I remember.
I was like, yes.
I just remember that hole in the wall. What the heck was so special? For whatever reason, going through that
Go
hole.
in there.
That was the Echelon Mall, right?
Yeah. The Echelon Mall
Yeah.
had it. And there was always that one little kid that was like, I'm not leaving the hole. And like, Mom,
Yeah.
he's in the hole.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving the hole.
Yeah, but in the back
And
they
then
had
in
the
the
little
back they
slide.
had these, the floor was molded and covered with carpet, but shaped as chairs that you could sit on. And there was a TV. And on top, a life-size TV. It was just a big wall with a plexiglass glass over it that you can climb up the steps, go in this little thing, and people can see you, and it would look like you're on TV. It had these big wooden knobs in front of the TV, and then you just slide down, and then underneath was a real TV, and you
Why
could just
did
sit
they
there.
do away with this?
I have no idea. Because at some point, parents decided we don't need this because we're going to put our kids on leashes.
Yeah.
I never did that, but
So-
Good for you.
But my oldest really, we just told the story not that long ago. My oldest,
Uh-oh. The one that got away. What's going on?
you know how, like, she never wanted to sit in the stroller, and I was in the Echelon Mall in, I believe it was called Lerner then, but it was New York and Company. Now I only think they sell online, but the entire store was wide open. So they have all these rounders. So she gets out of her stroller and I'm looking, and the rounder, she spit, ha 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 ha, under the, spinning the rounder, and
Right.
I'm yelling, Ashley, get out, Ashley, get out. And finally I open up the things. She's not there, but the rounder's still spinning.
Oh my God.
So now I have a panic attack because, like I said, the front is completely open, and all I can think of is she darted out, and
You're talking about
we're in the mall.
every mom's nightmare.
Yeah.
Every parent's nightmare.
So I'm screaming, lock the doors. My kid's missing. So the sales girl, is helping me. She went in the fitting room and shut the door and sat on the little bench, and the sales girl opens the thing and she looks up.
oh man.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that must have been so bittersweet finding her.
And then you want to kill them.
Yeah. That place was so great. Well, at least the hole in the wall was.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Children's Place.
Yeah.
That was crazy. In fact, I got lost there once.
In the children's place?
In the children's.
There's
Yeah,
just a
'cause
little store.
I was just walking with my mom, and I went into the hole.
I went into
got
the
lost
hole.
in
And
the
I
hole.
never came out, and I got lost. The next thing I knew, my mom's looking for me. I don't know anyone. So I knew, oddly enough, from Mr. Rogers. I went to whoever looked like a policeman. It was a security guard.
Are you
And,
talking about a mall cop? We can talk about those.
Mall
and I took his
Paul
hand,
Blart.
and I just walked with him until my mom found me.
Oh, that's freaking adorable.
Yeah, but it was the Children's
Did
Place.
your mother smack you in the back of the head?
No. And right next to it was a court a little indoor courtyard where they used to have concerts. And I saw Herman's Hermits. I saw...
Oh, they had real shows there.
I saw Johnny Maestro on the Brooklyn Bridge. I saw... I think those were the two. And then wound up playing there. I don't know if the high school did something there, but I used to
sing
see
for
choir.
chorus.
Yeah. But I don't know if we did,
Christmas
because I
time.
remember the Hamilton
mall.
Mall. I don't remember doing it at the Echelon Mall.
Yeah, I think the Echelon Mall was like on its way out.
That was the first
that
time
point.
I ever saw Belly Dancer. There was a restaurant in the mall,
Oh,
The mall.
I don't remember.
I'm
and there
telling
was
you,
a
the
belly
malls-
dancer. They had in the Echelon Mall, if you went on one end, they had a car dealership, and
Yes.
they sold Chevys. And I remember seeing a Camaro at the time when the new styles were coming out, the whole Knight Rider look.
Sometimes would they ever put a car like right
in the
middle
middle,
of the
Yeah.
mall?
and you're like, how'd they get there?
Yeah.
That's all I would think
get
is like, how did
there?
they get through the door?
Yeah.
Or better yet, the thing that just blew my mind until I was about 17 years old was when we get there, we park on the second floor.
Yeah, and you're like, how come it seems like we're level?
We walk in and we're on the second floor,
Yeah,
and then we go downstairs. Or you'd park on the first floor and you go out of the second floor, and there's still... It was just a weird thing. You're walking into the second floor, and then you go down, and you go outside, but then you go back inside, and to get out, you wind up back on the second floor. I was 17 when I figured it all out because of the embankments and stuff.
Yeah.
But it
And
was
mall
just-
design is just smart. It's like
parking lots not so much, but
But the design of malls so that you go through all the stores to get to the big stores.
Yes.
You look down if you're on the second floor, you can see all the stores that you're missing on the next floor. So you got to go down there and check out.
I worked
Well, it's
at a
also
mall.
great to find your friends too. You know,
Yes.
they're around here somewhere. I'm lost. I need to find them.
And this was before cell phones, so you literally
Right.
had to find them.
Right.
Which my meeting place was always the food court, like that.
Always
that's-
made the food court.
Yeah, and wait, hold on, but you worked at the mall?
I worked at the mall.
What'd you do?
I worked at Macy's.
Cool. Yeah, like makeup or
No, you would think.
Yeah, no, you're like totally a makeup person.
Yeah, no, I worked in the dress department when I first started there.
Right
In
on.
the Hamilton Mall.
Cool.
Made very good money because we made commission then.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I went, after I had my first daughter, I went back, but only part-time, and I was grandfathered in for benefits there. So I only worked like 3 days a week, and I really basically worked for my benefits.
When you worked at the mall and you were on break, did
Yeah.
you eat at the food court?
Not always, because I would have been 400 pounds,
I'm telling you.
but I would go for the cheese fries.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I am a mall chicken junkie.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you guys, but back in the day, back when I didn't have any cash on
Yeah.
me, those free samples went a long
Yeah.
way.
That's what
Yes.
was so great about Taco Bell. Because
Yeah, see, I
Taco
never
Bell, you
did
can
that.
get tacos for 69 cents and stuff. You can get a meal for $5.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
set
never
for the
ate
week.
Taco Bell.
Yeah, it's probably smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I definitely did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I did eat cheese fries. I wasn't.
But there were certain things that you could only go to the mall for. And at that time, Cinnabon.
Oh my gosh.
Cinnabon was the
Cinnabon.
first place that I really got to open. My eyes were open to caloric intake.
Oh, I
Yeah.
can't even imagine. I want to look it up.
Oh, it's
You
like
know?
over 1,000 for one
It's
of
like
those
your
things.
daily intake.
Yeah, I was like, no wonder I'm so chubby. Like, this is what I've
They
been
were
eating.
so good though.
Loved Cinnabons.
And they didn't
Oh,
have
fresh.
the like now. I think they have the little mini ones, the little cute
Nah,
mini ones.
Forget
but
that.
No,
Forget
and
that.
now-
if you're gonna do Cinnabon,
Back then, you'd get a Cinnabon. That was it. But now they offer the frosting. You know, sometimes you'd get a Cinnabon that didn't have as much frosting or something. But now they actually give you extra frosting. You can get extra frosting for
Yeah.
your Cinnabon. The cream cheese frosting. This thing is amazing. These are the
bad.
things that I know.
keep talking about this, Dan.
These are the things that I
Someone
think
please
about at
bring us
night that give me
Cinnabon.
anxiety attacks because we all worry about death and stuff. And I'm thinking, I'm going to miss Cinnabon.
Yeah.
I'm going to miss pizza.
Just think about one time you're going to
And
be
mall
eating
pizza-
a Cinnabon, and it's going to be the last Cinnabon
Yeah.
you ever ate.
Mall pizza. I would always order my pizza cold.
Sparrows?
Sbarro's, yeah.
Yeah.
Or Scotto's, or Scotty. There was always a
think there was
Did
Scotto's.
you say you would order it cold?
Yeah, he likes
Yeah, just
cold
take it
pizza.
cold right there. Don't
Dude.
reheat it. Don't
He
do
likes
nothing.
cold
I like it
pizza.
soft like that. I hate.
He likes cold food, period. Like
well,
when
not
his
cold,
No,
but just
but when
it's
his
room
food comes
temperature.
out,
It's warm. It's.
he has to
I don't.
let
I
it
don't
sit.
like things hot.
He's got a very sensitive mouth.
Pizza, though. I
Yeah,
will
no.
burn my roof.
Oh, my middle daughter actually burned her chin from the cheese.
Worth it.
Yeah.
No. Because you eat so fast, you don't get to enjoy the flavor. And
Excuse me.
No.
I know.
I eat.
But
Wait, why are you freaking out about that?
because I eat fast regardless.
Because
I
it's not
am-
hot.
Because
But
I have never in my
I-
life, and
I
I have
love-
brothers. I have never in my life seen somebody eat. Like,
Dan
I'm
can
like,
put it down, huh?
I'm like, did
I
you
had
even
a-
taste what you just put in your mouth?
I had a birthday once. I think it was my birthday. It was either birthday or Father's Day, but there was something. And it was the first time Karen got to experience me and the boys eating
Yeah.
a pizza. And
Yeah.
she was, she would be serious, well, how many pie, just get a pie. And I'm like, well, I can eat a pie, so get
And I'm like-
3. And she's, she thinks we're kidding.
I thought
and
he was
stuff.
exaggerating.
A whole pie.
Yeah, easily.
It's a lot of dough.
And so we get the pizza.
And I'm telling you,
I
like I
think
said,
she
I
only
had
wound up
brothers.
getting a pie or something. Because
No, I
who,
probably got 2.
who,
He had been
who
practicing
in
for
reality,
Fridays
I
his whole life.
probably got 2, not knowing that I would have to revert to my elementary school days and hide my freaking food again.
Oh yeah. So me,
I have to around my wife.
Brendan, Dalton, we just went to town because I know if I can have 3 slices or 4 slices, that's half a pie already, and I know he's going to want 4 slices,
think the
and then
most
we're all
I've
going to
ever-
want seconds. And there,
I think the most I've ever eaten is probably, if I ate 3 pieces, they were small pieces.
Oh,
Probably 2.
no, that's just an
is the most.
appetizer.
yeah.
Do you guys remember, off topic, you guys remember the Bigfoot pizza from Domino's? That giant rectangle?
Was that Domino's or Pizza Hut?
Maybe it was Pizza Hut.
It could have been Pizza Hut. I just loved Pizza Hut, but their original sauce. When they would make other things like
Pizza
the
Hut, pizza
crust,
to go.
well, the stuffed
The
crust,
stuffed crust
they
with
used
the-
a different sauce. So I always had to ask for the original sauce.
You're a purist.
Yeah, and Domino's had an amazing pizza, and I would order extra thick crust. And
I didn't know that was a thing.
yeah, and this was back when everything was avoid the Noid. When Domino's was really good. If you order one of their pizzas now, it's literally just cardboard with a lot of seasoning. It's horrible. So you have to order
I have to
a
tell you.
personal pan pizza, and that's as close to the thick crust that I used to get. She can't handle it. She doesn't like this. But
I
this
don't like the
thick-
smell of it.
I like thin crust
I
personally,
do.
but
I do not like the smell of the pizza.
it doesn't smell like pizza. It's a different thing.
yeah.
It really
he
is.
ordered it one time, and I was like,
Oh my god! But it's a memory though. It's also
Yes,
very sentimental
the
to me.
nostalgic taste. And do you guys remember? Oh gosh, what was it called? I think it was called the Sweet Factory.
Yeah.
Do you remember Sweet Factory at the
Candy?
mall? I used to rip that place off so often.
my gosh,
Look in
Sam,
the
here we
camera.
go again.
Hold on.
Look in the
wait.
camera.
Here we go again.
Sweet Factory, just like Michael from last week that I stole his pogs.
Yes.
I'm sorry for stealing your candy, but it's right out in the open.
Right.
I filled up my bags. I paid for the bags.
Talk
but
about
I can't
germs.
help yeah, I know, right? We didn't care about that back in the
No.
day.
Be like,
But I would always grab a few extra just for a little taste,
Yeah.
just a little
well,
extra
it's like
something.
it's like trying the grapes before you buy them.
Exactly.
See, I
So
think that's
take my-
necessary. I do
Dan
think
does do that.
If
I don't
you go
do
into a
that.
store, I do
I
think
wonder
they
what
should
this
have.
M&M tastes like.
I do think they should have a thing of grapes out there, because
Sometimes
it
you-
is hit and miss. It could be either too tart or just right. And if
Yeah.
you have a grape to sample, and you realize that's too tart, before you
He has
spend that
literally
$5,
put the bag back. He has been like taste the
Such a
grape.
Dan move.
Yeah, taste
it'll
the grape.
sit. Otherwise,
Nope.
I'm gonna. I know
They
this is
get thrown
bad.
out.
I'm going
He
to
won't
pay
eat
for
them.
this, knowing it's bad, and I'm going to watch it sit and rot and get fruit flies.
Mm-hmm.
When I could have just.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
I know. Don't
This
judge.
guy-
So
God,
most
don't
of the
judge.
stores that
Don't
I
judge. Don't judge.
We love you,
we
Dan.
love you. Yeah.
I just said I stole candy. So.
I did eat. I will tell you, when I worked it at West Coast Video, next door was a Domino's Pizza then, and I did have. It was a very weird combination though. You'd probably be like, bacon and black olives.
Yo, Karen, hold
What?
on a second. I love bacon and black olives, and I have been judged about this. So I didn't even know it was weird. I didn't know it was weird until one day I ordered it. I'm like, you guys all good with bacon and black olives?
And they were like,
well,
first of all,
they were like, ew.
first of all, Dan doesn't like black olives.
Oh,
he doesn't
come
like,
on,
stop
dude. This
it.
is
He
not
doesn't like
great.
olives.
This is great stuff,
Look,
dude.
We love olives. No.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I don't
bacon
know.
and black olives.
I'll also do beef and black. I like black olives with anything. Really.
Me too. But
Can I get a bump?
Yeah,
Thank
but
you.
I would eat it then, but not
That's very
really at Domino's.
Mediterranean, and I guess Israel they had olives. And
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Like you,
I just like olives.
did you
I just
live
think
in
it's
Israel?
I just
You
think it's
lived in
delicious.
Israel, right?
For like 6 weeks when I was visiting my family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't
right.
like change my taste buds.
No.
I was
Right.
always like black olives, dude.
Yeah, me too.
But
Would
I'll
you
tell
stick
you
them on your
something.
fingers?
Of course I did. Come on now. But let me tell you something.
Now you're
dude.
just being weird.
That's what
Oh,
we do.
I'm being weird.
Listen, after my bacon and black olives, I might need to sit back and get a little massage. And so that's when I stroll over to the Sharper Image.
Oh, sitting there.
Well, she's talking about hers
Mine wasn't
even
at the mall.
related. She's just like
Because we were talking
going
about
out left
Domino's.
field.
Yeah.
Well, no, because did they have Domino's at the mall?
No,
Yeah, I didn't think so.
no, they had
Sparks.
mall pizza.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
had mall
Different thing.
pizza, big slice like this with
Yeah,
real
as big
soft
as your
crust.
head.
Mall pizza is like its own flavor.
Yes.
Yeah. But did you
Yeah.
guys ever get those free massages?
On the chair?
On the chair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my friend would like, or my sister would just, what is going on over here?
Well, you got to be careful when you say
That
this
was
kind
him.
of
That
stuff.
wasn't me. That was all him.
We're talking about the
We're talking
mall.
about the mall.
And, you know.
So you might have that
let
there
the-
too now. I don't know.
I mean, like, you just go around the store and, like, everything
Yeah,
is
you
something.
play with all the stuff.
Stuff you've never seen before.
Yeah.
But it all comes back to the chairs. Mm-hmm. That's literally, like, one of the reasons I went to the mall.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get that massage.
Most of the stores I frequent.
Oh, you're messing up. Karen can't
She
talk.
went to a lot of
people.
stores in the mall. I'm sure they were all retail.
Yes, but I did like the bookstores.
Well,
I
that's
did like bookstores.
Yes.
that's on my list. Borders or Barnes and Noble, either one. It was just great to go, and I can go to the bookstore. See, there are none of these stores in the mall. It is either a shoe store or a clothing store,
Yeah. Well,
or
now-
it's something at the food court.
A few. Yeah, but for
but
the
not
most part.
in the mall. I don't think any.
It doesn't have the. It's not an experience.
There's
like
no
it was.
electronic store. Spencer's is still there holding on. You got a lot of phone stores, a lot of cellular phone stores, but you don't have
I mean, you
the
have
variety.
GameStop, but I'm a video game player. I don't even like GameStop. Like,
Yeah.
it's garbage.
You didn't need GameStop back then
Used to
because
be,
you had the arcades.
Suncoast Video,
We had arcades.
right?
we
There
did.
used to be Suncoast Video.
Suncoast Video is on my list. That was just a fun place to go.
But wait. Let's go back to the arcade. We can't just glance over that.
No, you can't.
When you went to the arcade, I mean, I don't know about you. I had my jam. What was your jam?
It varied. I had a few jams.
I didn't,
Okay.
I,
Well,
didn't
I had
play
a few
in the
jams. I
arcade.
loved pole position.
Huh?
Okay, you know what?
Seriously,
You know
turn it
what?
off at this point.
Yeah, you got to get out of here. You
This
have
podcast
you
is turning
go.
into something
Okay.
else.
Okay, good.
There was that. Anything that you could sit in. Okay. So Spy Hunter.
Yes.
See,
You know,
those things make me sick.
there was.
Really? Get nauseous in those things?
These weren't.
Oh, they weren't the virtual things?
No,
Okay.
No.
It was just a little car going down the road, and you had to just,
Side to side.
Yeah, just side to side. I love
I
those
didn't
kind
play
of
at
things.
the arcade.
Pac-Man, Tempest.
Yeah, the classics.
Tron. I did like Tron. That was a cool one. But things that looked like you were in a jet and you can fly it, or something you could drive. Yeah, Turbo.
I love all those games too, but there was one that I rocked and I just dominated. I mean, people would line up, they put their little quarters on the machine to be like, I'm next. I'd be like, fine, it doesn't matter who you are. You can be like the rest of them. I'm talking about, I could do a whole show just on this game. A little game called Street Fighter 2.
Oh,
You familiar?
no.
I am a straight, wait, no?
No.
Wait, what kind of, there's a world, you don't
I don't
know?
think she went to arcades.
No, I didn't go to arcades.
2, Hadouken. Oh.
No.
All right.
No clue. Sorry.
Seriously, we need to educate.
Sorry, everyone.
No, Street Fighter 2 was cool because it's like the first game where like legit you need skill. It's not like a bunch of luck button smashing stuff. Like you need skill to beat the other person. And then you have some serious bragging rights. And I had all the bragging rights. Ken was my guy.
Ken.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you'd at least had a moment where you can put your name in the machine
For all to see.
for all to see, that was a big deal.
Yeah.
You know why it was awesome for me? Because most games only let you put your initials, SJ. But my name, it's only 3 letters.
SAM.
I could put my whole name.
Put
on
his
that.
whole name.
Well,
People
my name
could
is
see.
Dan.
Oh, Sam and Dan could be first and second right
Yeah.
there. Heck
I,
yeah.
I remember doing some games, and sometimes they'd only give you so many seconds to do it. And like in the
Oh, you mean when you lose and you have to pop the quarter in before the time runs out?
no, like to put your name in.
Oh,
put your name.
yeah.
Otherwise,
oh, yes.
it's death.
Yeah, they want the next quarter. They're like,
Yeah.
move it along, dude.
So with like the car ones, like pole position and turbo and stuff, if you won, you had to move the cursor with the wheel and then
Yes.
step on the gas.
I
How do you know?
I
You
do
say you
remember that.
Oh, now you remember. It's
Well,
all come
because-
back to you.
Well, no, I never.
Was it pole position?
I never.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I
I'll
never
just
really-
talk with you guys. I'll let them discuss.
I never really.
Did you guys play Street
played
Fighter 2?
at an arcade. Well, the bowling alley used to have games.
Right. And then
you
the
remember.
carnival.
I wasn't allowed to play those games. My parents didn't give me money for
I
that.
have a question that's more up Karen's
They
alley.
didn't.
Save money for the carnival.
I know it's the best. Karen,
Yes.
did you ever go and get yourself a glamour shot?
No.
You never did the glamour shots.
No.
No.
Thank goodness.
Oh, dude, you don't remember
No.
glamour shots?
I remember glamour shots.
Yeah,
I don't
with the
know a
bow.
real person that actually did.
Well, I mean,
Oh, I knew
how
people
about
that
everyone in
did
my
it, but-
everyone in my 6th grade class?
Oh,
I mean,
y'all did it?
Oh, I didn't do it.
Oh.
Like, I would remember all these people
Sam.
bringing their glamour shot. Yeah. Little model. Yeah.
No, I never did a glamour shot.
I've done a Sears thing.
What
I've
the
done
heck
Sears
does that
portraits
mean?
and
Oh,
stuff.
the
Sears
portraits.
family portraits. but
Yeah,
I've
when
never
you
done
go
a-
like with
a
your
glamour
your
shot.
mom made you go and yeah.
No,
He means
glamour shots are
voluntarily.
way more
Yeah.
narcissistic
Yeah.
venture.
Yeah.
Go get your hair and makeup done and put
And
that feather boa on.
It's got the neon lights on the outings of
Yeah.
the thing. Yeah.
There was one. Was it next to Victoria's Secrets in the mall? I remember it was near the elevator in Hamilton
Yeah.
Mall.
Yeah.
You know one part of the mall that was
Oh no. Oh no.
No, everyone's going to be able to relate to this.
Okay.
There was one particular store that I always like to take a little peek in, but I never like to be caught. Just kind of like side eye it. Kind of never even go in. Never go in.
Was it Victoria's Secret?
Damn right it
Yeah.
was.
Dan goes in there with me now. I'm like,
I
you
go
don't
in there
have to
now.
come in. And he's like, no, I don't care. I always feel bad for the men that are in there because they're probably
Do
like,
you? Because I always feel like if I go in there, well, at least back then, like if I went in there, people would look like,
well, most
What is this
most
dude
most men that go in there are getting a gift for their significant
and
other.
they probably
or
do
some-
it real quick.
Yeah.
Most of them like, yo, let's get in, get out, move
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there are some sickos. We'll tell you that.
Have you seen sickos
Well-
at Victoria's Secret? Just like,
Well, I told you I worked at Macy's.
Uh-huh.
When I went back, I worked in all different departments. I was what was called a floater. So I went wherever they needed
that includes
coverage.
lingerie? Is that what you're
Oh,
saying?
yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
So saw some freaks, huh? Yeah.
There's some men that pick up the panties.
No.
Swear to you. We'd have to call security.
No.
Swear to you.
Oh, dude.
You would never believe it. But yeah, there are some.
No, I believe it.
There's some.
Dudes are
Sickos.
gross.
Yeah.
Dudes
Yeah.
are gross.
And that's how we met.
Or or they say they're there shopping for their wife, their girlfriend. She's about your size. Can you hold it up? Yeah, no.
No way.
Yes way.
Do you think there's any
Let me call
chance-
your wife and see if she wants
Do you think
me to
there's
try
any
this
chance
on.
any of these people are just awkward and don't know how to
Pick up
be
a woman.
appropriate?
I
Or
don't
maybe
know, but
that-
why would you ever?
I don't know. That's pretty gutsy
Yeah.
or just creepy. I don't know.
I
Yeah.
bought something there, and I actually had you on the phone.
He did. He went to Victoria's Secret to buy something for me. And he had me on the phone while he's talking to the salesperson. 'cause
Did he do
wanted
well?
her to know. He did.
Yeah.
Good
He
man.
did.
Mm-hmm.
Good man. There's there's one store in particular that I know you miss, I know. I'm assuming everybody does.
Music store.
Yes.
Sam Goody.
FYI, Sam Goody. Oh, gosh, just an entire wall of cassettes. And then you have entire bins of CDs and entire bins of vinyl. And then just
Your posters in the back and
posters in the back, music shirts. Just everything was so cool. The posters up, and they're always blasting music from the speakers. And, I really miss that. I know it's so cool that at any given moment I can listen to a song I want to hear.
I
and it's
remember
just
buying
there.
guitar strings at Sam Goody.
Really?
Yeah, I used to be able to buy guitar strings at the record stores there. The Sam Goody places were just phenomenal. But let's talk about that. You get a cassette, and it's wrapped in this
That
handle
plastic.
thing that you have to figure out, how am I going to get this opened? And some of the security measures that they went through, especially for CDs, it was bad enough just trying to undo the CD.
Wait, can you remind me? I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about.
It was a
cassettes
cassette.
had
It was a long plastic bar type thing.
Because the cassette is pretty small.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it was. The cassette was this small, but then it was encased in this white plastic, and it was long.
I mean, that makes sense.
And they had it. That's how they had them like stacked. It was like upside down. Or
I don't
whatever.
remember that. I just know cassettes are like pocket size.
Yes.
Like that makes sense.
Yeah.
What would they shoot ink? If you, or
Oh,
you
there
just,
it goes. Yeah.
No, it was just
I do
in one of
remember
these
those.
things.
That's hilarious.
And you had to break this whole thing. Sometimes they would do it at the store for you.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
they
when
had
they-
a thing to take them off.
Yeah.
And it was bad enough for CDs. The CDs, it would take
Try to
you
get that film
forever
off.
to get the actual cellophane off.
The cellophane.
For nail biters, it's impossible. I'm still trying to open up my.
Then at
Hootie
the
and
very
Blowfish.
top, at the very top of the disc, they had this plastic
The-
adhesive, this sticker that you had to try to
Yes.
figure out how to peel off.
with the
and you
price
could
on
never,
it and the barcode.
and you could never peel it off properly. It would always rip and tear.
Yeah.
That
So-
seems like the kind of thing that would drive Dan crazy.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'd want to play it by the time I got into the
To the
car.
car.
Yes.
By the 90s, we had the CD players in the car. And
Look,
that was so
it's-
cool to go and have a CD. And by the time you got home, you almost finished it, but you realize you got 3 more CDs that you bought as well, or another CD in a movie or something. It was just exciting to just get out and
Yeah,
shop.
it's so cool that we have all this, like, just at, a push of one of these buttons.
It's convenient.
It's so convenient. But God, just buying an album and listening through the whole thing and that excitement, putting it on for the first time, like, I don't get that anymore. I can't remember the last time an album dropped that I got excited about. I don't even know if people drop albums anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
It was
do,
it was
but-
an experience, and I remember when we had Joel Miller on. I was telling him we were talking about Columbia House, and we would get an album or a CD, and especially if it had the lyrics, I'd play that thing front to back, reading each word.
Me too.
Of the songs, and then you get to the back, and it's got all the the legal stuff, written, all the production notes and stuff written.
Who do you
recorded.
think, out of all, I'm sure you have just bought a gajillion CDs and albums over time. Is there one album you remember more than the rest that just had such an amazing display, just an awesome layout when you open that? But he's going in. You got it ready?
Probably can't get it.
An album that actually had a display.
Some of them would come with like tour photos or.
I remember being, I had seen The Who on tour, and it made me want to be a rock singer. Like,
That
I
was
knew
it?
the minute I saw this, I want to play the stadium, I want to be in a rock band, and I'm going to play the Vet. I want to play Veteran Stadium. That's all I want to do. And I'll practice. And I had a cassette of Who songs. Because at the time I was in a band, they said I didn't have what it took to be a singer. So I would play along with this Who song. I'd work at Bagley Annie's until I was done.
I did not
I'd
know
come
that.
home to an empty house, put the radio on, or put the stereo on. And at the time, I'm sorry, it was actually a VHS I had of them live. And I hooked stereo speakers because this is when stereo first came out for televisions. So I had a little Radio Shack amplifier, the stereo speakers, and I would sing to this. Then I was at Sam Goody at the mall, and I saw this. Get it.
Behind the Rock'em Sock'em Robots is...
I saw this, and it was the concert that I went to.
No way. You didn't know it was being recorded for a live album?
No. And this is what was so great about albums, because, these are CDs, but it had a full booklet. It had
It looks like a record, a
had
vinyl
the CDs of the concert. It had pictures.
Oh, look at that.
You don't get this in you don't get this
No.
from iTunes.
No.
You don't get this kind of stuff from Spotify. It's a good vehicle and a good platform to listen to stuff. But if you love just music and just audio and just you love this kind of stuff, albums
I do.
were the thing.
Yes.
Well, not just albums but CDs. And I remember, I don't remember the last CD I bought, but I remember there was always a reason to buy CDs.
Yeah.
And I just look at it and examine it. You love the artwork, the cover. People would put so much work into the cover to
And
make
actually, for me, like finally, like reading the lyrics, I'm like, oh, that's what they said?
That's what it said.
Right?
Yes.
Did you, when you went to that concert, they play Teenage Wasteland?
Yeah, it's called Baba O'Reilly. Yeah. They
I'm sorry, what? It's called Baba O'Reilly.
Baba O'Reilly.
That's the name of the song?
Yeah.
I always thought it was called Teenage Wasteland.
No, it's Baba O'Reilly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something new every
But it
day.
was one of those
Yeah,
things
the more
where
you know.
I just remember it was so great about the record store because I may have seen a cassette, and then I saw, oh, I need this. And then when Suncoast came, you can get all the box sets. And I was a big fan on DVD box sets and special package editions and
Yeah.
the whole thing on, just special, the little McFarlane figurines.
You know what was cool about that back in the day too is like now if you want to find out something about like an artist that you like, you can just go on their Instagram. They're posting 15 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
But back then it was a little more mysterious. Like who are these people who are writing these songs? And it was like a little bit of little glance
what do you do about that? Because I love the mystique.
Me too.
And I really don't want to put myself out there. Like if I was going to really focus on being an artist, I don't want people to know me. I don't want them to see my family. I don't want them, that's what was so cool about Michael Jackson is like, where does he live? I've seen pictures, but I've never seen the whole story. Same thing with Elvis. Once he's in Graceland, what goes on there? Prince, Paisley Park, what goes on there?
Right. If they were tweeting every day and doing Instagram
They'd
every
be
day.
uninteresting.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
Now you
larger than life. They're larger than
And
life.
you wind up not liking them.
Yeah.
Well, I disagree with what he's saying.
just find out they're just human.
Yeah, and I don't want that. I want a rock star to be a rock star. I don't know Mick Jagger's kids.
Yeah.
Unless they're a model or on television, because I know he has a few kids that are models, or maybe it's his great-grandchildren that are models, or maybe it's his great-great-grandchildren that are models and stuff. But, I do love the whole mystique with the artist.
Yeah, me too. There's no one who feels larger than life now like Elvis did or Michael Jackson did.
No one's a mystery because, they're always posting.
Yeah. You know too much about them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And no one is really
Now
the
they're
rock star. Like once you find out, everyone's human. You know, when I became a pro wrestler, the biggest thing for me was getting to meet my heroes. And then once I met my heroes, I was like,
It's
oh,
just a
That's
regular
it.
person.
That's it.
all right.
Now, let's go one step further. We've talked about the music. We've talked about the food. We could even go into more of the food and stuff. The Echelon Mall was, for me, such a big deal because odds are we were also going to see a movie that night.
Yes, the movie theater at the mall. God, malls were such an experience, dude. You could spend 8 hours there.
And then, you have dinner at the food court, walk around, shop, and then go see a movie.
Yes.
And then if it was a cool movie, like an action movie or, like for me, just an 80s movie, an action movie or a fun movie, an adventure movie, you come out of there so stoked
Yes.
You know, and you couldn't wait to get home because you wanted to get on your bike and have an adventure or just do something.
And you're taking something home that you wanted to take home, a CD or a toy or whatever. Oh, kids. You know, you were talking about how, like, you don't get the same thing from iTunes as you did buying a movie. Like, I dare someone to bring the family together as you purchase something on Amazon.
Yeah.
You know? All right, fam, let's get together and do some shopping. You know, it's just not like that.
I remember seeing Return of the Jedi in the theater, and my mom and her hairdresser friends came with us. And this was a big deal, and it was a line, and nobody cared.
About the line?
Yeah.
They're just happy to be there.
Yeah, just happy to be there. It was a big line, and slowly and surely you finally got in, and you'd see the movie, and then you're all stoked. And it was also one of those things where the sun's out, you go into the movie theater.
Yeah,
by the time the movie's done, it's dark. And
Yes. By the way, have you been just like listing off your top 5 without actually giving us the numbers, or?
Well, I had numbers, but I wound up not doing the. I gave my 5.
I'm just curious what your number one thing about the mall was.
My number one, Cinnabon. Do you even have to ask?
Who didn't know that?
I mean, there's a lot of top things. I mean, I can't argue with that.
Yeah.
If you can beat Cinnabon,
Yeah.
there's a lot of amazing things, but could you go without Cinnabon? You know, fine, no Spencer's. You know, I'll go on Amazon. You know, Suncoast. Yeah, I'll go. I'll go on eBay and find some packages and stuff. I need Cinnabon.
Yo, Hamilton Mall has 2 Cinnabons, one stacked above the other.
And they got one. No, that's a Taco Bell. But yeah,
They got 2.
Yeah.
They got 2. It's crazy. What about Orange Julius? You guys ever go there?
no, never went there. And another letdown was
didn't do it?
who's
No.
Oh, man.
who's the lady with the pretzels?
Annie Ann.
Okay, they smell good.
Oh, so good.
That's all I'm gonna say.
They're good. They're very
smell good.
buttery.
Yeah, that was it. They're just butter.
Yeah, they're very buttery.
It's just buttered.
Are
good,
my
though.
co-hosts hating on butter right now?
No.
No, I love butter.
I love it.
I love them. Put a
Indians
dish
is
of
good.
crab out here, melt me a gallon of butter. I'll be fine.
You just don't like it in your pretzel. A gallon of
Gallon of
butter?
butter.
God.
You know what?
This guy gets crazy.
I have issues. I'm proud of them. I'm proud of makes me me.
I'm glad he pluralized it.
Okay.
Issues.
Issues. Plenty of them. And it makes me proud of them.
Mm-hmm.
But you go there and you smell, you know, we're from the area, we're from South Jersey, so, you know, we're expecting something like a Philly pretzel or something along these lines, and it's just heavily buttered. That's all I remember from them. But as far as food, the Chick-fil-A fries, Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, lo mein from any Chinese restaurant that was there. I always
I
went down on lo
Wait,
mein.
why are you shaking your head now?
I would have never picked Chinese food from a. That's very funny about my food.
Yo, did you not ever get that chicken? That teriyaki?
The pizza.
Yo. Karen.
I
And
know.
Karen.
you can't beat the pizza. Oh,
What would you
now
eat?
they got the burrito place. What is it? It's like a Chipotle, but it's not. At Deptford Mall, they had that burrito place where you can make your own
Yeah, I can't remember
taco
what
thing.
it's called.
But, you know, you can never go wrong with a Taco Bell, a Cinnabon, and a pizza place in a food court. Oh, and
You
Echelon
guys
Mall
are not
had
talking my language. I'm all
Echelon
about that
Mall
chicken.
had 31 flavors.
Oh, yes, and where you could
They had
sample all
bubblegum
31
ice
of them.
cream.
Yo, were you one of those people?
What?
You were a bubblegum ice cream person?
Oh man, love bubblegum ice
Why? Dude, you would have to chew bubblegum while you eat ice cream.
cream. Dude,
Why?
it was because that's why.
Yuck.
That's why not.
Yeah, I loved it.
You mean to tell me you could have a cookies and cream malt and yet you are choosing the bubblegum flavor?
Yeah, because that's something I can never really get at a store. You know, you can't. I can get cookies and cream somewhere, and Ben and
Stores
Jerry's
know better.
really good at doing that. But yeah, the bubblegum ice cream was just. That's all I would used to get until Cinnabon came around, and it was like.
Yeah, then it put a halt on everything else.
I couldn't
Changed my
even
life.
tell you the last time I had a Cinnabon.
I think we should do the Nostalgia Cafe should take a road trip.
I got. I jonesed one day. It's like 10 years ago for a Cinnabon, and I went and bought a 4-pack.
Of the big ones?
Yeah.
Dude,
I can handle stuff. You guys, I can't handle martini. I'll take a sip, I'll throw up or something. I can handle.
No.
I do want to see that.
I can handle
Yes, I do.
sugar. All right? I can't handle this. I'm not a drinker. It's never
You can
was
put
my
down
thing.
4 Cinnabons, 4,000 calories of Cinnabon.
With extra frosting on each of them.
I'm impressed, sir.
Okay? And then have a pizza to wash me
Your
down.
man is a legend, Karen.
So I got pulled over by a cop.
Sir, have you been eating Cinnabon?
He caught me because
Sugar
I
all over
went
your
through.
face?
I went through the stop signs at the mall.
I
I
almost
wanted to get
snorted.
home and eat. Okay, pulls me over. I said, "Here's the deal. I just want to get home and eat these things. I'm jonesing for this." He says, he looks at my license, realizes that I'm not a kid, despite all evidence to the contrary.
Oh, my God.
He's like, dude, I can relate, man.
He saw the Cinnabon,
oh,
huh?
man, thank you.
He probably
Thank you.
still tells that story.
Yeah.
Yo, one time I pulled this guy over.
Well, he's not going to say guy. He's going to say Dan Morrow because I gave him a CD too. Always had a CD in the car to get. Hey man,
Clearly a
thank you so
professional.
much. Yeah.
Yo, listen, there's just one thing I have to talk about with you guys.
We could talk about many.
I know, but this is my last thing. And it's only because I missed out. I don't want to get emotional with you people, but...
What?
So I don't know if I've mentioned this to you guys before, but I am Jew. Are you guys familiar?
Well, we know. Yes.
There's something I
You
never...
know it.
Okay,
you know?
yeah, so that's why.
There's something I never got to experience.
Okay.
I never sat on Santa's lap. Oh. Can you guys just, just let little old me know what that was like?
Here's the thing. Let's start with the Easter Bunny, okay?
First comes first.
He's got these big, fluffy hands, and he'll hold you with these big, fluffy hands.
You're afraid
But you
of the Easter
feel
Bunny?
through these big gloves a real person's hand.
Yeah.
Through these gloves. And then you sit close enough and you look into his eyes.
And you see his face.
And you see the face
You mean
of...
like through the mesh of his
Yeah.
eye?
Yeah.
And who is he really?
We don't know.
Yeah.
He just lost he had the short straw.
Probably the
Come
same
sit
guy
on my
from
lap.
same guy from
from the
Macy's
Macy's.
Lingerie.
Come sit on my lap.
Yeah,
Now I'm gonna be honest, guys. Like I would let my kids. Like I'm not so Jewish that I wouldn't let them experience. But
You're
I
not
don't
so
know.
but
Jewish.
are you so Jewish that would you experience it? Like, can we have a Sam?
You mean like something I never got to do? Finally,
Here we have a
Yeah.
Sam and
Yeah.
Santa moment.
I mean, just me and you will go because she'll have to bail us out. But me and you, will go to the mall.
That's funny. No,
And
because
we'll
you guys
stand
will
you
just
in
go to
line.
Cinnabon, and there I am.
True, she's got us.
No, listen, look, if I'm 38-year-old man going to sit on Santa, I need my whole crew with me.
Yeah.
I need everyone there to either experience the greatness or protect me. I don't know what to expect. I mean, seriously, I don't think I would let my kids...
Sit on Santa?
I don't think so. Not for religious purposes. Just
because you think it's creepy?
Just because who is this guy? You know? Actually,
Yeah.
to be honest...
It's Santa.
Look, one of
It's
my
the
uncles...
real Santa.
Let me tell you something. Oh, hi.
You're fine.
Speaking of Santa,
Hi. Little Karen is here.
Little Karen.
Hi.
Little
Have you-
Karen and medium Karen.
Hi, medium Karen. Have you ever sat on
we have Karen's daughters here.
Listen.
Let me rephrase this, okay?
Oh boy. I don't know
Have
what
you
I
ever
can
sat
say.
on it?
I don't know what I can say.
We're talking about Santa at
you-
the
are you
mall. We're
familiar?
talking about the mall.
Sam has never sat on Santa's lap because
Being Jewish,
He's Jewish.
He's never done that.
so he said he's never experienced.
Off camera,
sitting
we
on
have the beautiful
Santa.
Lexi and the beautiful Francesca. They're Karen's.
Hi. What's up? What's up? Are you the Johnny Depp fan?
No.
All right.
Ashley.
No.
is.
All right. I'll have to meet her another. But yo, am I missing out? Like I don't know.
It's kind of creepy, but
It is creepy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
that's what
you.
he said. He said he doesn't know if he would
I
actually.
mean, when you're younger, you don't know. You think it's
Right. You
It's,
don't
well,
think
it's one of
about
his
it.
helpers, obviously.
Yes.
Like, I don't want my son to blame me later. Be like, who was that dude you let me sit on his lap?
Well, here's case in point. Google children's pictures with Santa.
Yeah. Most of them are like this.
Yeah, terrified.
But
My
a lot of
oldest
them-
did not like Santa ever.
Here's the thing.
Ever.
Huh, I
Here's
never
what
heard of such
happens, and
things.
here's
Yeah.
what I think what happens with children when they're with Santa.
She should have met Hanukkah Harry. That's all I'm saying. Go on.
Okay, that's going to be a whole nother episode.
Yeah, we'll make an episode about
Here's
that.
what I think happens.
The Christmas
You talk
armadillo.
And her mic.
There
goes.
it goes. Whoop.
Obviously, you've never watched Friends. You've
No.
never watched
I'm a
Friends.
Seinfeld
No,
guy.
I was doing rock shows at the time. I was actually
Well,
having
Ross
a life.
is Jewish, so
Oh.
his son didn't know Santa.
Oh.
And he wanted to know Santa.
Oh.
So he was trying to introduce him to all the
Yeah.
and he
And in the end, did he like Santa? Or
Okay, back to my point.
I was
Before
really
we
interested in
really-
that story,
Yeah,
Karen.
same.
Just for the
So
record.
he makes
Go
a
on, Dan.
Christmas armadillo. It was kind of like the Festivus thing
Yes.
for.
for Seinfeld.
I think they're starstruck because they're told that this is the famous, legendary Santa.
Santa.
This
I
is
know
Santa.
him.
Okay, and it's the same thing if you go see, I don't know, maybe a Mickey Mouse or just a celebrity. This is someone you've heard about. Now go and sit on his lap. I think kids, especially if they're shy, a million thoughts go through their heads. Well, I don't want to bother him. You know, he's famous. He might yell at me or something.
I never thought about it like that.
I think there's also a starstruck thing because this is like you're hyping someone. It would be like me hyping you up that this person is.
It's like
you
if
know,
I was going to go
this is-
sit on Hulk Hogan's lap, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
He said that, not me. Okay, but yeah, very close.
Yeah.
Okay, if you were on Hulk Hogan's lap, would you,
Oh, dude.
what would you ask him for?
You know, we're at the 1 hour mark. I'm just.
Are we really?
Yeah. We really are. Didn't even get to merry-go-round.
Well, at least we
Without
got
the-
to Hulk Hogan's lap.
I think.
oh, merry-go-round.
I think as I grew up, different stores appealed to me more.
Mm-hmm.
When I was little, it was KB.
Did you ever shop at Chess King?
No,
I never heard of Chess King until today when I was
Really?
doing my research. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
It was like dressier stuff though, like
Yes.
older.
Why
Like
would-
chess, as in like, what's the word?
Chess King. I don't know.
All
That's
right.
As I got older, more into my teens, merry-go-round. That became a big hangout.
You had to buy
and
your IOU
Spencer's,
shirt.
You know, but
Do you
then
remember
as
the
I,
IOU sweatshirts? That was after.
Okay.
with
Never
Yeah.
heard of them.
this was for me was at a time when Michael Jackson was big, and they would actually sell the gloves and the jackets, leather jackets.
Yes.
Yeah, people. I bought 2 of them.
Leather jackets are cool. Those are.
I had the
timeless.
Pepsi commercial jacket in leather, and I had a faux leather Thriller.
He probably doesn't know the
Jackson.
Pepsi.
No, I do.
commercial.
I do.
Oh, okay.
No, that I know. Yeah.
Yeah. But the Pepsi commercial jacket was black and white. It was kind of a hybrid between the Thriller jacket and the Beat It jacket because it had these zippers all over the place that did absolutely nothing. And when you needed a pocket,
Just
you
look
didn't
You-
cool.
You never had
Yeah.
one.
No.
But the IOU sweatshirts always had the year on them. Do you remember?
I do.
That's how
God.
they got you.
I mean, malls. They're such like an amazing
Love
part
them.
of America.
And
Like,
then
at
as I
least they
got
were.
older, it became bookstores, and then you go to Sears to look at all the televisions.
I mean, at the mall back in the day, bookstores were actually bookstores. It wasn't like all the other stuff to bring people in. It was like
Mm-hmm.
there were wall-to-wall books.
Yeah.
Like, do you guys think now that malls are down, Amazon is up, like, do you think there's ever going to be another thing where like people congregate with their families and spend all day, and like you can go and spend $0 or you can go and spend a ton of money, and there's such a variety of things to do.
there was nothing like the halcyon days of the mall. You know, 70s, 80s,
Even
mid
90s. I would say
90s.
90s.
90s that was like the last hurrah because
Yeah.
they had a lot of great things there. But then once the retail stores started just, it got to the point where
I think 2008 is the first year there were no new malls, and then there wasn't another new mall for like 4 or 5 years after that. No one was building malls anymore.
no.
People just losing money.
Yeah, I miss malls. I miss the social event of a mall. If there was I saw Paula Abdul at a mall. At the
Like a
Eshel Mall.
show or just
Straight up.
No, she was
this
when
is the
when you
second show
walk
in a
into
row
the
we've
food
mentioned
court,
Paula
I
Abdul.
know.
the food court of the Echelon Mall, the second floor was opened, and she was up there with a radio station, and Straight Up had just come out, and
Ironically.
and she was there just to make a personal appearance because she was a nobody at the time. It was her first, big break, and you got to remember New Kids on the Block started on the mall circuit. The mall
Really?
circuit,
Tiffany.
all these artists
Really?
started on the mall circuit.
Wow.
Yeah. So you would have all these kids going
I don't
to
know
see
if
these
any.
concerts.
I know you guys probably would never remember this, but there was a store. I've talked about it to other people, and there was a store. It was called Multiples.
I did look that up for you once, and we saw it.
It was literally a bunch of cubes in the store, and all of the cubes had. It was like the top could be a dress, or the top, or the
So
belt,
it was like a
the
mix
belt.
and match kind of thing?
Yeah, the belt. You could wear it as a skirt
Obviously,
or scrunch
for,
it up
for
and wear
women,
it.
so
Yeah,
me
it
and
was
Sam
women.
would have no.
Right, that's
Way
what I'm
too
saying.
manly.
But any of you women out there, if you remember that store, it was called Multiples.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it was like very no
What a good
frills.
idea.
Right? It was a very no frills store, but it was all like you could like if there was a jumpsuit, you could put the skirt thing and make it smaller so it was a belt.
I wonder what happened to that.
I don't know.
Yeah, what a great idea. I just have 3 honorable mentions. I have honorable
Yeah,
mentions
sure.
of them
I
all.
was looking for the
My
multiple.
3 honorable mentions. Number 1, photo booth. Love the photo booth. Lisa and I used to do that all the time when I first met her.
Oh, cute.
I know, right? Second,
I know, right?
No, so cute. Second one, Dippin' Dots. Now I know, I don't like it anymore. But as a youngster, when it first came out, I was like, wow, this is amazing. And finally, my big honorable mention is Hot Topic. I really loved Hot Topic back in the day. I'll still go in there and
Yeah.
see what they have for shirts, you know? Yeah, it was just like the emo gothic, whatever.
I never shopped in there. Only for my kids.
Yeah, yeah.
And actually, the oldest, Francesca, would never.
Yeah, I'm happy when I go to Hamilton. Like they really don't have the variety they used,
Right.
but I am happy that they still have Spencer's and Hot Topic.
Yeah, Spencer's is holding on.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's the last of a dying breed. I went to Deptford. When was the last time we went to the Deptford Mall? And they had an arcade with
Oh,
a
yes,
bowling
they
alley
do
or something.
have- they-
Something's going
they
on.
have
I think they
an
took
arcade
one of the
now.
old Sears. We're gonna have to tell kids what Sears was.
The Sears catalog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
not
you
just
got-
that, but the store of
Have
Sears.
you tried going in a Sears? Oh my gosh, it is dead town.
I don't
mean,
think there are any left, are there?
I'm not just talking about Sears. I'm just talking about the big department stores like a
yeah.
Macy's. Like you
Yeah.
go in there, it is nobody there.
yeah, I was
No.
gonna say Sears is. They're all gone.
That was the thing.
But wait, when
that was
we
the
were
thing to
kids,
do
you
after
got-
school.
when
If,
we
if
were
my friend had a
kids-
car, we'd go to the mall.
Yeah.
We got the Sears catalog,
Yes.
and my mom would, give it to us at the holidays and pick the few things that you like out of the. Yeah. And even like sneakers, there were like 2 options. Now there's walls of sneakers, and it was like they were white and blue, or blue with white.
Really? That was it back in the day?
Yeah, when I was a kid, yes.
Wow.
Jordache jeans. That was a big
There we
thing
go.
to get a pair of Jordache jeans.
I remember going to the mall and getting my pumps, my Reebok pumps.
Oh, the.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's do this. What's the one thing, the most exciting thing you remember coming home with from the mall? You just said your pumps.
I mean, that was a big one. Honestly, the first thing that comes to my mind is the new Dave Matthews Band record, as I was such a Dave Matthews fan when I was in middle school. When they came out with Under the Table and Dreaming and Crash, I just remember I was dying. I remember friends telling me, oh, there's this song and that song. They had already bought it. And I couldn't just look it up on YouTube. It was like, maybe I could hear a song on a radio if I tuned in at the right time. But then I could finally get the CD, and the CDs the whole album was so good that I listen to it still to this day. So first thing that comes to my mind is the Dave Matthews Band record.
The most exciting thing you came home with from the mall?
She's shaking her head now. It's
I
too
really
much.
don't.
It's probably too much.
I really don't remember.
Yeah, what-
I mean, really, it's a long time.
Well, give her time to think. What about you, man? You clearly have something.
Here's how diverse a mall was. My earring. I got an ear pierced.
You got the ear pierced. Oh, I'm so glad we're bringing this up. left ear, right? Because back in the day, that it mattered which side you
it
put
did
it
matter
on.
at the time.
Yeah.
Right here.
Left ear pierced.
Yeah.
You still got the hole there?
It's
Yes.
there. Yeah, we
I poked through it one day.
No
Yeah.
way. What? You wanted to put an earring in there?
I just wanted to see
I
if you
think
could
just
still.
at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, I wanted to see if it was
Just see
if I
it
could
would
still
go all the
Yeah.
way through.
Yeah.
And
So
you could.
Yep.
Come on, man. Put a,
I
put
actually-
a diamond stud in there.
I actually.
I used to have a long guitar in there. I had all kind of cool earrings.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, where did they go, man?
I
You know,
did.
but that's how
I believe
versified a mall was.
I did
bu-
get my cartilage pierced at the mall.
I do believe he
But I
should be
was
wearing
in my-
these at the Nostalgia Cafe.
I was in my
Gerald's
30s.
saying.
Yeah, there you go. You
With the
can
little
put a
metal clip. I had a little
Yeah,
metal clip that went
with the
here.
feather.
With the little, I had a little cross or something.
Do you remember the roach clips with the feathers? We used to wear them in our hair, not for that purpose, but no, I swear. But that was like a big thing. You could like
Well,
clip
Mr.
it in
T
your
made
hair
the
and,
feathers popular.
and the leather. It had
was
like
cool.
a leather strap with the feathers hanging down.
I'm sorry. If you're not Mr. T, that ain't cool. Yeah, you got to be Mr. T.
Sorry. I
No,
wasn't
no, you're
listening.
cool, but a dude. I'm saying a
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're cool. How was the cartilage? That hurt?
So bad,
Yeah, I imagine.
and it took a very long time to heal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, you know what? I've made a decision that perhaps one day we can go to the mall and just see what happens.
It would be nice.
Yeah.
I would really like that. I would like to have just a nice. I think I might be sad of all the stuff that's just not there anymore.
Well, let's go
Yeah,
during
we-
Christmas time because at least we'll know Santa's still there.
Santa, yeah.
And you can sit
And you
on
can
his
sit on his
lap.
lap.
And that's it for now, but you can always follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Be sure to give us a like. Be sure to give us a like. Follow and subscribe. If you want to advertise with us, please contact us. It's the Nostalgia Cafe Podcast at gmail.com. You also find us on Instagram, Facebook. We're everywhere, YouTube, Spotify, wherever listening platforms are. I'm Dan Morrow.
Forever 21, Sam Seitos.
That store makes me crazy. I'm Karen. And the lighting is awesome tonight.
And she is not a
You know
Karen.
what? I'm
She is
doing
the
this from
Karen.
now
I am
on.
the Karen.
I will need some lava lamps or something just to add color
No, it's
on the
great.
Oh my
It's
God.
like
behind us.
it's like we have a ring light on us. It's awesome. Oh, you forgot to give us our present.
Do we have something?
Turn that music off. Don't go anywhere, people. I have a little something special for everyone to enjoy.
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh. Talk about something you can get at the mall.
You know, a year ago,
Oh, the toilet
the
paper
value
would have
of
been,
this of
Yeah.
just the wrapping
Why do you
paper.
think I have so much? Why do you think
Yeah.
I'm wrapping this?
Oh, you were one of those.
I have
Dude,
access.
you got, but
I'm-
you also have a camp, and
yeah.
these little
And
kids
a,
are
in a school.
these little kids are they're not they need this.
Toilet paper.
Well, I
toilet
figured
paper.
you guys might need it too. You guys can use it
This
afterwards.
is an entire roll.
Look at it. He's not even ripping into it. He is very neatly unwrapping.
Because he's going to use it to wipe his ass later.
So
And that's it for you.
I'm so sorry to keep you guys for an extra 2 minutes, but you have
Not
to
at
see
all.
what I brought for the Nostalgia Cafe. Are you familiar with
Transformers.
not just Transformers? What kind of
Oh, it's
system
a
is this?
game.
This is a little Hasbro.
Oh, Tiger.
Tiger
Yeah.
games. Do you guys remember Tiger games back in the day?
Yeah.
Dude, I had a wristwatch, and it was the coolest. I can't even find it online anymore. But it would play video games, and I had it in high school. I had it in middle school.
I had one of those too. I had
And-
Mario.
You almost said in high school.
This was in middle school, and it was just dots and like really primitive.
Yes.
And I just you figure 1983, 84. So the games was
You really have to use your imagination with those games. You really
yeah,
do.
Yeah.
but it was like Pong and stuff. But these are
But these little Tiger games, they had Transformers, Ninja Turtles, a million. Yeah, check that out, people. That's
Check
going
that out.
on our nostalgia shelf somewhere. Run out of space.
We are.
Yeah, we need more shelves. Thank you for indulging me. I just need to give you guys that.
no, thank you so much.
Yeah, Transformers
Yeah,
Tiger.
There's some things we will rotate this shelf actually because there's some things that should be displayed
Just
and there are
drank.
other things that should be played.
Oh, he took mine. I was like, where's my
Oh,
drink?
you took your drink. You've had
Yeah,
enough, Karen. You're
you've
cut off.
Had enough.
Oh, she's so mad. We gotta go. We gotta go.
We do have to go. Once again, we hope to see you soon, hear from you soon. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. All right, kids. Have a good night.
Peace out.
Bye.